Hello. Today I will be discussing conflict management by reflecting on a personal conflict I experienced. This example highlights the importance of empathy, constructive language, and nonverbal communication in resolving conflicts effectively. The conflict occurred at work between a colleague and me. We were collaborating on a project, but the workload distribution became unbalanced. I felt overwhelmed, while my colleague seemed unaware of the problem. Instead of addressing it, I allowed frustration to build, which led to tension and miscommunication between us. In this situation, I noticed two primary defensive climate behaviors: evaluation and control. Evaluation occurred when I began silently judging my colleagues' contributions as insufficient. Control arose when I attempted to steer the project my way, assuming I needed to take over without consulting my colleague. Adler and Proctor, 2017. Next, I'll present an apology that incorporates empathy, constructive language, and nonverbal communication to address this conflict. Following the apology, I will analyze how it connects to the 7 steps of conflict management and fosters a positive relationship climate. This is my apology demonstration. I want to start by saying I understand how my actions may have affected you. You probably felt blindsided when I began taking over parts of the project without discussing it with you. I can see how that might have seemed like I didn't trust your abilities or value your efforts, and I'm really sorry for that. I realize I should have communicated my feelings earlier instead of bottling them up. I felt overwhelmed with the workload and worried we wouldn't meet the deadline, but I didn't handle that well, and it created unnecessary tension between us, and for that I take full responsibility. Moving forward, I want us to collaborate in a way that feels fair to both of us. I think it's important we openly discuss how we can divide the tasks so we can work efficiently and reduce stress for the both of us. I'm committed to making sure this partnership works, and I hope you are too. I truly apologize for my part in this conflict. I value your contributions and perspective as much as mine, and I want to ensure we can work together in a more supportive and constructive way. Now, let me analyze my apology using the 7 steps of conflict management. Adler and Proctor, 2017. The first step is to define the problem. In the apology, I acknowledge the unbalanced workload and how it affected both of us. 2. Analyze the problem. I identified my failure to communicate as the root cause of the tension. 3. Set goals. I expressed a desire to work collaboratively and equitably moving forward. 4. Generate solutions. I suggested openly discussing task division to ensure fairness. 5. Choose the best solution. I proposed collaboration as the best way to meet our deadlines without additional stress. 6. Implement the solution. The next step, which I hinted at, would be to actively divide the tasks. 7. Evaluate the solution. I would follow up to ensure the solution works effectively and address any lingering concerns. Give supportive climate behaviors in the apology. My apology replaced defensive behaviors with supportive ones. Instead of evaluation, I used description by explaining the problem without assigning blame. For example, I said, I felt overwhelmed rather than accusing my colleague of not pulling their weight. Instead of control, I used problem orientation by focusing on finding a mutually beneficial solution. I invited my colleague to collaborate on task distribution rather than imposing my plan. In my apology, I used calm, respectful language and maintained open, welcoming body language to foster a positive relationship climate. My tone of voice showed sincerity, while my gestures and facial expressions demonstrated that I genuinely cared about resolving the issue. In this video, I demonstrated how empathy, eye language, and supportive communication behaviors can help resolve conflicts effectively. By addressing the issue collaboratively and using sincere verbal and nonverbal communication, I aimed to create a more positive and constructive relationship climate. Conflict is unavoidable, but it doesn't have to damage relationships. By using empathy and focusing on collaboration, we can turn challenges into opportunities to strengthen our connection with others. Thank you.